Welcome to the deep dive. You know that feeling, don't you? You're buzzing with a brilliant idea, maybe a new business concept or, just that personal project you've been dreaming about.
Yeah, for ages sometimes.
Exactly. You sketch it out, you get all excited, but then
Yeah.
it just sits there.
Right. Stuck in that mental someday maybe land.
It just refuses to become reality. And that gap, between your grand vision and your actual daily life, it can feel like this impossible chasm.
It's such a universal experience, though, that friction between what we want to do and, well, actually doing it.
hmm
Turning those great intentions into real, tangible progress, that's often the hardest part, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it really is. And today, our deep dive is all about bridging that very chasm. We're going to dig into some powerful insights from Charlie Gilkey's fantastic book, Start Finishing: How to Go from Idea to Done.
And this isn't just about like surface level productivity tips. It goes deeper.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
It's a really profound look at how we approach our most important work. So our mission today is to give you a clear roadmap, essentially.
A way to convert those big ideas into finished projects.
Yeah, arming you with practical strategies, mindset shifts, helping you thrive by doing your best work, for yourself and for the world too.
So where do we start? Gilkey has this foundational idea, right?
Right. It's simple but powerful. He argues we don't do ideas, we do projects.
Okay.
So let's imagine our listener, Alex, dreaming of writing a novel. Alex isn't really doing the idea of writing.
No, they're doing the project of writing chapter 1.
Exactly. And a project, in this way of thinking, is anything that demands your time, your energy, your attention to actually complete.
So that could be anything, really. Organizing the dreaded closet of doom.
Huh. Yes. Or starting a business. Or even, big life stuff like getting married.
And Gilkey describes these projects as having this kind of dual nature, which I find fascinating.
Oh, yeah? How so?
He says they act as both mirrors and bridges.
Mirrors and bridges.
And mirrors because they reflect our passions, our fears, what's really going on inside us and, around us.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
And they're bridges because they create the paths our souls kind of want to walk. They lead us where we want to go.
That's such vivid imagery. Projects as mirrors and bridges.
Yeah.
It makes you think, doesn't it?
Mm.
If our lives, our careers, are these 3 to 5 year segments.
Basically big unfolding projects.
Yeah. How does that shift how we look at things, like a major career change or even just personal growth? Does it mean planning differently long term?
I think it does, yeah. It reframes the journey. It's not just one straight line, is it?
Well,
It's more like a series of significant efforts, each one sort of pushing us into the next phase.
okay, so that raises a big question then. Within these segments, what is our best work?
Right. And Gilkey defines it really nicely. He says it's not about being selfish, but it's not about being a martyr either.
Somewhere in the middle.
Exactly. Think of it like planting a unique tree. It gives fruit for you, personally, but it also serves others at the same time.
Ah, I like that.
Yeah, and that's why people find such deep meaning, whether they're soldiers, artists, business leaders, when their work helps both themselves and the world.
But okay, if this best work is so meaningful, why does it often feel so incredibly hard to actually do?
Gilkey gives a few compelling reasons.
Mhm.
First, this kind of work forces you to blaze your own trail. You're pushed into what he calls no man's land.
Sounds uncertain.
Very.
Yeah.
You're constantly improvising. Second, it keeps you right on the edge of your capability.
Even you feel like you might fail.
Constantly, which is uncomfortable, right? And third, because it often serves others, there's a public aspect. You're exposed to a storm of other people's opinions.
Oof. Yeah, that can be tough.
And it's precisely those challenges that make our best work so easy to push aside for, easier, more urgent stuff.
Leading to that life spent in the meantime, as he puts it.
Exactly. And for a lot of people, this best work isn't always their 9-to-5 job.
Right, it could be raising kids, a side hustle.
Volunteering, a hobby you're passionate about. Its main value isn't always economic. It's about how it fits into your meaningful life.
He also talks about people with diverse interests, the Renaissance souls.
Yeah, he encourages embracing your ands, like being a writer and an engineer.
Or a manager and an activist.
Exactly. Each and needs upkeep, needs projects. You don't have to just pick one thing.
But how challenging is that, really, to maintain all those ands with multiple projects?
It's definitely challenging, but it can also be incredibly liberating if you manage it right. Gilkey himself is an example, right? Going from philosopher soldier to productivity teacher.
Sure.
It's about knowing all those parts make you who you are, but also, crucially, understanding your limits, time, energy.
Okay, so let's talk about that disconnect. Many of us, like Alex with the novel, feel that gap between the big vision and the day-to-day. Gilkey's metaphor for this is the air sandwich.
Right, the air sandwich. Picture your big vision as the top slice of bread
Okay.
and your daily reality as the bottom slice.
Got it.
The air in between isn't empty space. It's actually filled with these core challenges that stop us from doing our best work.
And these challenges often feel like, what was it, herding 7 squirrely goats.
Yeah, exactly. Pulling you everywhere. One of the biggest is competing priorities.
Oh, yeah.
Our lives are full of them. Some are obvious, some are unconscious, like, keeping up with the Joneses, or even unacknowledged priorities, like raising kids.
Which is huge.
Immense. And we're constantly pulled in different directions, so our most important work often just gets lost.
Another big one is head trash.
Yes. Those self-defeating beliefs, the fears, feeling like you're not good enough.
So Alex might be telling themselves, I'm not experienced enough to write this novel, or nobody will want to read my story. Classic head trash.
Totally. And Gilkey suggests asking, what else could this mean? Maybe it means Alex has a totally fresh perspective.
Or it's a chance to learn something new. It's not just about positive thinking, is it?
No, it's about actively challenging those thoughts, gaining perspective.
And often, that head trash leads right into the third challenge. No realistic plan.
Yeah, confusing dreaming with planning. We have goals maybe, but they aren't actually realistic, or we don't really believe planning is important for this particular goal.
Like having the dream of the novel, but 0 concrete steps for writing chapter 1.
Exactly.
And these challenges, they don't usually show up alone, do they?
No, they work together. They amplify each other, keep you stuck, like a tangled knot.
But the good news, he says, is that untangling one thread can give you leverage on the others.
Right. Which brings us to Gilkey's 5 keys: intention, awareness, boundaries, courage, and discipline. IABCD.
Okay. He sees them as kind of a modern take on virtues and habits to tackle those deeper challenges.
Well, let's zoom in on a few. First, intention. It's about starting with a clear why.
So for Alex, not just write a novel, but maybe write a novel to share this story with these readers.
Precisely. Setting specific goals defines how you will, and maybe more importantly, won't use your time, energy, attention. It directs your focus. Remember Rumi, today I am wise, so I am changing myself.
Then there's awareness, the classic know thyself.
Yeah. For Alex, that might mean knowing when they have the most energy for creative writing versus, say, editing.
Or noticing when they feel lit up by the story versus feeling stifled by self-doubt.
Exactly. You can't use or beat what you can't see. Self-observation is key to understanding your best work.
And then courage. Gilkey says this is even more vital than talent.
He does. It's the backbone you need to challenge those limiting beliefs, that head trash Alex might have.
And to design experiments, try new things.
And accept your role in actually creating your reality. Ishita Gupta talks about building a courage muscle.
How do you do that?
By practicing. Taking small risks, using positive self-talk, not just wondering if you have courage, but building it through action.
Okay, and finally, discipline. This one sometimes gets a bad rap.
It does, but Gilkey sees it as freedom, not punishment. It's channeling your energy into purposeful action. Consistently.
Like the musician practicing scales.
Yeah.
That discipline allows for creativity later.
Exactly. James Clear says, professionals stick to the schedule, amateurs let life get in the way. That consistency frees up mental energy for the important stuff.
And these keys, intention, awareness, courage, discipline, they're practices, right? Things you cultivate by doing.
Not innate talents, no, things you build.
So once you've got these keys, how do you pick that one idea that really matters and, finally get it done?
Gilkey says, first, embrace the thrashing.
Thrashing. Sounds messy.
It is. It's that emotional flailing, the self-doubt, the busy work about the work, that internal drama.
Okay.
But it's actually a sign the project is important enough to demand you show up powerfully. It's a good sign, weirdly enough.
That's a neat reframing. And it leads to this concept of the cost of not doing it, what he calls creative constipation.
Ugh, yeah. That toxic backup of ideas, aspirations. It can manifest as resentment, feeling flat, even self-destructive stuff like, retail therapy or comfort eating.
So the same energy that creates can destroy if it's blocked.
Pretty much. Which means sometimes to trade up to better ideas, you have to let go of others.
Displacement. Every yes is a no to something else.
Exactly. Finite time feels like a constraint, but Gilkey suggests it's a gift. It forces you to choose what really deserves your energy.
So how do you know when to let go? He has that closet exercise. Right?
Yeah. List everything, work projects, personal goals, bucket list stuff. Then ask some tough questions.
Like, what wouldn't hurt to cut? What do I no longer need to prove?
Where it just doesn't fit anymore. The goal is to eliminate, not just defer. Make real space.
Okay, so you've chosen your idea. Now, planning for success. He talks about SMART goals.
Right. Simple, meaningful, actionable, realistic, trackable. It's not just a corporate checklist, though.
No.
He frames it as a default that really speeds things up, aligns expectations, helps communication.
So for Alex, instead of just write novel, it's complete first draft by December 1st, aiming for 50,000 words, focusing on these 3 characters, something concrete.
Exactly. Simple, meaningful, actionable, realistic, trackable.
And he also says, move beyond just success or failure.
Yeah.
Define levels.
Yeah. Small success, meeting the minimum. Moderate success, exceeding the minimum, doable on your own. And epic success, way beyond expectations, needs a team.
So you align your effort to your ambition. Don't aim for epic with minimal effort.
Right. Alex's small success might just be finishing a messy first draft. Epic might be landing an agent immediately. Very different levels of effort.
And you got to put a ring on it, set start and completion date.
This is huge. An undated project is like an unsigned check you can't cash.
Ooh, I like that. The intention is there, the money is there, but without the date.
It's just a promise. It never becomes real, tangible. And setting dates often stirs up anxiety, right?
Yeah.
Which is another sign it actually matters to you.
And you probably won't do it alone, especially the epic stuff. He talks about building a success pack, your personal Avengers.
Yeah. Like 3-5 people for any project over a quarter. You need guides, mentors, peers people on a similar journey, and supporters, spouse, childcare, assistants.
And the most powerful group.
Your beneficiaries, the specific people who'll be better off because you finished. Knowing them personally, not just single moms in Idaho, but specific people. That's powerful fuel when it gets tough.
Makes sense. He also mentions budgeting for your project, even personal ones.
Yeah, it's not just about the money itself. It's an awareness-generating process. It makes you prioritize. Maybe Alex skips dinners out to pay for childcare, freeing up writing time.
It's about money by design, directing funds purposefully.
Exactly, and not just seeing what's left over.
Okay, so project chosen, success defined, team assembled. Now the nitty-gritty, weaving it into your schedule. This needs momentum planning.
Which is basically continuous planning and adjusting, because reality will mess with your plans.
Always does.
The better you are at planning, the more you'll actually review and adjust. It's dynamic.
And don't forget the environment. Environment matters.
Totally. Think Tony Stark's lab set up for minimal friction. Gilkey stresses how sound, smell, light, even clothes and clutter affect focus.
Sometimes just going to a coffee shop changes everything. And Joshua Becker talks about minimalist workspaces for focus.
Big time. Then, managing the work itself. Chunking and limiting projects.
Right. Break big projects into small chunks.
Yeah.
15 mins for email, 2 hours for writing.
And the no more than 5 active projects per time scale rule?
So 3 to 5 active projects per month, per week, per day. Keeps you from getting swamped.
Leaves room for personal life, too. It's about respecting your bandwidth.
Then there's the weekly block schedule. He highlights focus blocks.
Crucial. Dedicated time for deep work like Alex's novel. He says many people think they procrastinate, but they just lack focus blocks.
And equally vital, recovery blocks.
Yes. Plan 1 for every 2 focus or social blocks. Prevents burnout. Could be a walk, reading, whatever recharges you.
What about the tasks we hate? The frogs.
Swallow the big one first thing. Mark Twain's advice keeps the dread-to-work ratio low.
It's simple advice, but man, how often do we put that one thing off all day?
Constantly. It just drains you. Leverage that morning willpower.
Gilkey also talks about when before what, considering when to do things.
Yeah, like your chronotype. Are you a lark, emu, or night owl? Don't force yourself into the wrong rhythm. Mike Vardy says night owls should maybe do easy stuff early and save big tasks for later.
Flip the script, makes sense. And for daily momentum, that 15-minute evening checkout.
So valuable. Celebrate wins. Figure out the very next step for tomorrow. Set yourself up. It gives perspective, helps you switch off.
Okay, so you're doing the work, but reality pushes back.
Right.
Drag points. Gilkey says people are often the main source.
Yep. And he talks about no-win scenario stories we tell ourselves, like fearing success will wreck my relationships.
Alex worrying their writing success will alienate friends or family.
Exactly. Then there are other people's priorities, OPP. Not your competing priorities, but others' demands.
They never go away, do they?
Nope. The bigger your project, the more OPP you face. You need strategies, yes and when, a clear no, maybe even going covert.
Protect those boundaries.
Yeah.
And then there's specific types of people. Derailers and naysayers.
Right. Derailers are often well-meaning, but their help throws you off, like an unsolicited editor for Alex.
Strategies. Confirm they want you to succeed, time conversations carefully, maybe go covert.
Naysayers are different. They're actively against you, like the scorpion stinging because it's nature.
What do you do with them?
Don't engage. Stop trying to please them. Focus on your yaysayers, your success pack.
And to handle all this proactively, the project premortem.
Before starting, brainstorm all the ways it could fail. It's not negative, it's planning for reality. Avoid surprises and willful insanity.
Keeps you grounded. Okay, nearing the finish line. The creative red zone.
That final push, often the hardest. Head trash, competing priorities, fatigue, overthinking, they all intensify.
Strategy.
Go back to your why. Focus on good enough Voltaire. Perfection is the enemy of good. Remember, the more it matters, the more it's just a start anyway. Finish it.
And while you're in that final push, minimize interruptions and distractions.
Crucial. Interruptions are external kids, calls, coworkers, needs boundary talks.
Distractions are internal email, social media, things you allow.
Right. That infinite loop of digital distractions feels busy, but it's just motion, not progress. You choose to be distracted so you can choose not to be.
What if the project just stalls, gets stuck in a tar pit?
Yeah, the longer it's stuck, the harder it is to restart. His solution.
Ooh.
Check it's not actually dead, reconnect with the pain of not doing it, chunk it way down, pick one tiny piece to do within 3 days, work on it twice a week, keep it visible, rebuild momentum slowly.
Okay, then you finally cross the finish line. What happens next isn't just jumping to the next thing.
No, you've changed. There's a different person on the other side. Time for a victory lap.
Not bragging, but vital recognition for you and your support system.
Your success pack. Family, friends. Tell them. Share the win. Have a celebration, a special dinner, a trip. Mark the milestone.
And allow for transition time. That includes cat work.
Clean up, archive, trash. Deal with the mess. Organize what's useful. Get rid of the rest. Make starting the next thing much cleaner.
And finally, after-action reviews, AARs, like the military does.
Make every project a learning op. What went well? What challenges? What did I learn? What habits stick? What made the difference?
Turns projects into growth experiences. Todd Kashdan notes celebrating wins with others builds agency too.
So what's the big takeaway here? Finishing your best work, it really does unlock new realities. You leave your mark.
But it also leads to more projects, right? It's a cycle.
Exactly. Remember the Buddhist saying, before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water.
Success doesn't mean life gets magically easy.
No, it's about continuing the practice. The
Yeah.
journey is this continuous cycle of starting and finishing.
Indeed. And for you listening, we really hope this deep dive into start finishing gives you the tools and maybe the courage to take those brilliant ideas out of someday maybe land and get them straight to done.
What stood out to you today? What project are you ready to finally start finishing?
Thank you for joining us for another deep dive. We'll catch you next time.